Before we go into whatever questions you may have, there are a couple of questions that I would like to address that were shared with me. So, the first question is, what is space? How can I be the space? How can I know that I am openness, that I am space without boundaries? And if I have no boundaries, in fact, then what are boundaries? What are limitations? So you cannot answer this question from the mind. Yes, sure. Shall I reread the question?
Oh, I heard that.
Okay. So you cannot answer this question from the mind, because the mind operates in concepts, in categories and labeling. So it approaches space as a concept. It says, oh, space is, and boom, there is a concept and an image. All concepts and images are limited. They have form, they are mind events. They arise in time and space. So the concept space from the mind is an object. It's a mind object. A vast mind object, but still it's a mind object. This is why in satsang we use the term space, but more than that we go to the experience of the boundless, of the limitless, of the formless. It's there as soon as you come to satsang. You are stepped into the bathtub. Probably the way to answering this question is by the removal, rather than explaining what is space. It's by the removal of the ignorance, the removal of the object, the imagined object. You cannot experience space we can sort of give metaphors about space that can allow the mind to sort of go to the edge of itself, to go to its edge. So we can talk, for example, of this room, that this room exists in the space of this land, and that this land exists in the space of, let's say, the county. The county, Fairfax County, exists in the space of the state and the state, in the space of the country. And we come to the world, to the earth, and the earth to the galaxy. And so it's a metaphoric, it's a metaphor, the metaphor of space. You can use that metaphor to sort of, as the mind goes with it, then it comes to, well, where does it end? but it's still the mind exploration. So the answer to the question, what is space, is in the realization is in the dissolution of the sense of me. With that, with the dissolution of the sense of me, the world, body, mind return to the source. They dissolve as objects, as external forms. Are you hearing me? Yes? And as they dissolve as external forms, they return to the source. They do not disappear. They're recognized by consciousness as itself. It's not a mental recognition, it's a visceral recognition. This is why it is said that there is no world, body, mind. From the absolute perspective, from the perspective of consciousness, there is no world, body, mind. There's just consciousness. Only consciousness is real. Only the self is real. The world, body, mind their substance is consciousness. They are consciousness's dream, if you want to use that metaphor. The dream, consciousness dreams the world, body, mind out of itself, like in the same way that you dream all night, dream characters and night dream events and situations out of yourself. You as consciousness dream the world, body, mind out of yourself. It's not really out of yourself, it's just a metaphoric way of speaking. It's a linguistic pointing to that which is not of language, that is not of the phenomenal, that is noumenal, that is beyond the phenomenal. So you know space as you dissolve in the space, as you arise in the space, as you wake up to what you are, what you truly are. It cannot be answered any other way. We can only invite you to the feast. But we cannot give you the feast in an envelope or in a letter. You have to come to the feast and be at the feast and celebrate the feast. That's how you can be the space. You can be the space by saying yes to consciousness, by saying yes to what you truly are, moment by moment, moment by moment. You recognize yourself moment by moment, not in time, not via any process, directly, the direct recognition of the seamless quality of consciousness, which is right here, right now. It's the only reality. There is no other reality. You do not need to go anywhere for the revelation. You are the revelation. You do not need to exercise any exercise for the revelation. You are the revelation. You are the seamless quality, the seamlessness, the seamless reality of consciousness. That is what you are. The body-mind appears to you. Why not? Don't be troubled by it. Like these flowers, beautiful, lovely flowers, appear to you. Or this perception appears to you. Don't be troubled by it. You don't need to identify with the flowers or with the chairs or the carpet or the trees or the walls or your knee or your hands. You don't need to be troubled with any identification. What for? Why limit yourself? Why limit yourself? Just because you have been told so, well, I am telling you differently now. So take this new saying. I bet you'll be happier. Try it if you might like it. So that's how you know that you are the openness and the space. You know it by loving it. You love the path. You don't just love the goal. You love the path. Loving the path is loving. Loving is beautiful. But when you love the path for a certain result, for a certain goal, there is a certain angst in your loving. Because you're wondering, am I getting there? Did I get it or not yet? So when you love unconditionally. It's a boundless love. So you love the path. You love the truth boundlessly, without any personal aim or any personal intention or purpose of gain that limits you. I know that it's a difficult thing for the me to hear that. It's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, you're telling me to let go of myself. You're let go of me. I mean, I am all these goals and desires and wishes, and I have all these plans and targets. I've got charts of them in December, in January. I know where I'm going in 2016. I have it all figured out and planned. You're telling me to let go of that, then what will I be? Forget about what you will be. You already are. Whatever you will be is a diminution is a diminution, lesser of what you are. Because what you are is undefined, is borderless. So come to it, come to me, come to yourself, come to your true self. Don't wait. Don't postpone. You don't need any targets. You don't need a plan for tomorrow. That's always, the mind just gets busy with stuff like that and just keeps flipping it and flipping it. If the mind is doing that, it's all right, let it be. Just don't buy into it. It's like a dog wants to chase a ball. All right, chase the ball, chase the ball. At some time, I'm going to come and sit at your feet and okay. You can perceive it that way. You can perceive the chase from an unmoving position. You don't need to keep throwing the stick. Go get it. Because it's you, the dog, getting exhausted, trying to please the master. The master loves you. If I have no boundaries, what are boundaries and limitations? Dreams. Boundaries and limitations are dreams. Dreams. The mind imagining an incomplete me right here with a complete me tomorrow, or a more complete, a completer me tomorrow, but also even more completer me after tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, even a completer me. But you know what? After tomorrow, I die. I, as the body, die. That's, goodness gracious, well, let's not talk about that. Makes me anxious. Right? It's just talk happy talks. Let's talk about Beautiful things, What did you have for dinner? Yes, well, it's a great restaurant we went to. And so we find ourselves at night running to the fridge. Have to eat something to numb myself, because I know that after tomorrow is inevitable. For the body. You're not the body. You know you're not the body. The body appears to you and disappears to you. Right now, where is your body? Where is your body right now? Don't you have to go back to the files, to the archives, to, oh, well, yeah, no, my body is here. My name is so-and-so, and my age is so-and-so, and I'm so-and-so tall, and I'm a male, and all of these are the archives. But the directness of your experience of the body is experience of consciousness. What we refer to as body is consciousness. So from consciousness point of view, there is no body. Another way of putting it is, I am everybody. I know myself as nobody and as everybody. Why not? I can appear as everybody. Consciousness is complete, total freedom. Total freedom. I mean, look at the galaxies. Don't you think that 20 billion is enough proof that I am boundless? Just think of a thought of New York City. It's an amazing thing, a thought created consciousness. Thought, New York City, Bahamas, Australia, Philippines, papaya, avocado, Christmas. It's magical. But me is mortal body mind. Ugh. Am I good? Am I good enough? Have I been improving? I think I've been improving. I've been coming to satsang. I've been improving. See? And I know that, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I am going to get there. What is that? That's get there. Isn't that future? Isn't that like some get there? Yeah, well, let's get there. Let's all get there. Let's get there. You want to get there? Oh, well, this other question, I already answered it in the hangout yesterday. Was it, how do I as consciousness create my world? How do I choose? You can just watch yesterday's hangout. Is on YouTube.